welcome
You can just
to the
cut it.
podcast. How good, people? How good?
How good?
I can't believe you're on the water though, Josh. We
Just
got a concert
back from the
tonight.
gym, bro. These are the first nutrients hitting my body after the gym.
Water.
Can't be alcohol.
I'm just gonna shut the fuck up before I finish that sentence. Oh, I was about to say, is there any nutrients in water?
Is there?
Well, that's what I just claimed. And
Are there actually nutrients in water though?
there
There must be
What
some
are
kind
the
of-
nutrients in water?
Hydrogen.
water? Pure water
Oxygen.
is just water.
But why does water taste different depending on style of water you get?
That's
didn't
a good-
James do a
That is a good
water
question.
Leave a
tasting?
comment in the description.
That is a good question.
Maybe it's filtered differently.
There are trace minerals in water actually.
Yeah.
Tap water, but
Yeah.
and spring water. But if you
So like,
have purified water, that's just water. So if you have purified water, that's the pure taste of water.
That's the bee's knees of water, is it?
I don't think I've ever tried it. Purified water.
I've tried it in a video game, I'm pretty sure.
What video
Is it
game?
Fallout? You have purified water?
Is there normal water and purified water?
No, there's like water that's been like
Contaminated.
radiated or something, and then there's purified
I've
water.
never tried that stuff before.
You might be drinking it right now.
Maybe.
Never know.
What is that water? Just tap? Regular
It's
tap?
just tap.
The ice? From the tap?
The ice is from the
Iceland.
ice machine
From the ice machine?
in the freezer.
But where do you get the water to make the ice from the machine in the fridge?
The fridge is connected, I assume, to the tap system.
Right. So it's from the
But-
tap.
It's pure tap.
Yeah.
That stuff.
Did you hear? I heard the other. Actually, it might have been last night. Actually, that because you know how Auckland is having
a drought?
the water crisis, which is
Mm.
we just had last 2 weeks have been total shit weather. So
Mm.
I don't understand that.
We're back on.
Well, we must be fine now, right?
But apparently they're gonna reuse our water.
What?
Apparently that's what I heard down the grapevine.
I
That
wonder
we're
if
going
it
to be
needs to be
reusing
purified.
our water. So, also, I don't know if that includes like the water, you know, from the toilet. They just
Oh no.
fucking clear it all out and shit.
Well, it must be wastewater.
Yeah,
It must be the wastewater that they're planning to reuse,
yeah.
right? Because all the other stuff goes to the sea.
Where does the water go from your shower or a bath? Or
I think all of your water goes to a treatment
right.
center.
So it goes to a pump which filters it and cleans it and all that shit.
Yeah, so as you go towards like Rosedale, Albany, and
Yep.
there's that wastewater lake.
Oh yeah,
There's
didn't
that
they,
lake. That's-
take that apart,
that's
'cause aren't they
The
adding
poo pond, mate.
Yeah, the poo pond.
And the poo pond, yeah. So I think, doesn't all the water go there and then they filter it and then they just chuck it into the lake?
Wouldn't know, mate.
Fucking-
No.
I just know there's only poos in there.
It's not
Does
pure.
that mean
it's not
that
pure
we're like
poos.
drinking that shit? We're drinking like the exposed shit of it, like the stuff that's taken out.
Well,
and cleaned
every this water, as clean as it looks, has once been like human piss or maybe dinosaur piss or cow piss. You know?
Dinosaur
It's
piss.
that ancient.
No, like water gets
Sell it on
like
Trade Me.
water gets water gets recycled. You know, so it's not the first time anyone's come into contact with this
Yeah,
particular bit of water there.
yeah, it's true. If you think about
But-
it, we're the greatest recyclers. We ingest water, and then we piss it out.
And then we drink it again.
Yeah, we're the greatest recyclers ever.
Have you cut the corner before?
If I cut the corner,
Yeah.
it's just like drink your own piss straight away. Is that what you're referring to?
It's called trusting the process, mate.
Well, he did it in 127 hours, so it must be healthy.
Yeah, he survived. He survived. So
He acted very good.
Just made a joke out of a dude that cut his own arm off. Probably not the best thing to do.
I was going to ask you, because you're drinking water,
yes.
has there been a time where you guys have, obviously you're doing it because you don't want to, quote unquote, peak too early, right?
Mhm.
Has there
Oh,
been a time
yeah.
where you have peaked too early?
Yep.
And you just know that,
Yep.
or you know it's coming?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last concert I went to with Angus,
Really?
I peaked way too
Which
early.
one was that?
It was Teskey Brothers.
Dude, is that the last time you've been to a gig with Angus?
I think so.
Holy shit.
Because
That's
I've been
ages
we
ago,
we
man.
went
It's
away,
been a
but
while. That's right, you went overseas though. But that's still a
yeah,
while
no,
ago.
that was the winter before I left, and I
Yeah.
had a 21st on the same night, and I went to the 21st first before the concert, and we were doing shots and like mixing liquor and all this shit.
Yeah.
And then I got to the town 21st. I had some more drinks in town. Then I was planning to meet up with Angus
Right.
afterwards. And then I got in, I sat in my seat. We were in the front row, which was an absolute shame because it would have been a great concert. But I sat in my seat and I just started like holding on, you know, like just trying to make it through the concert. And then like straight into the first song, I just had to go to the bathroom.
Yep.
I was throwing up in the bathroom. And then I went onto the street outside for some cool air. And I was
the
just...
bouncer go and get Angus?
He did, yeah. He went and got Angus. But I was so out of it that night. I was like lying on the street, just in the busy street on K Street.
Mm.
And I was just lying down and vomiting straight onto the sidewalk. And I was just going down the sidewalk.
Fuck yeah.
But
that's inspirational, mate.
That was...
inspirational.
Dude, I don't even know how I got to that level.
I must have during leisure, bro. Oh, not leisure. Lime Cordial. Remember when we went to Lime Cordial?
Yes, you were.
I was fucked during that.
Yeah, you were.
Like I had a great time. I remember it being good.
I remember
that.
I remember you fading for the main act actually.
Yeah.
Because you were on my left behind me, and every time I looked back, you were sort of just like.
I was just like.
Sort of like.
Fucked, bro. Yeah,
a little bit wobbly.
Yeah. I can't remember what we were drinking that night. Probably beers.
I remember you were on the Heinekens.
Heineken. That's pretty why.
Yeah.
Fucking Heinekens. They taste like piss.
Beers are hard, man. I think the problem with because I mostly only drink beers before I go out or do anything.
Yeah.
I'm such a cultured beer drinker.
Cultured.
But the problem with that is I swear it can jump like that and then like it goes at different levels. You could have 2 beers and feel nothing one day. Then you do it another day.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, whoa, I got a bit of a buzz off this, 2 beers.
Yeah.
And then you start, like, the main peak for me, or for any guy who drinks a beer, is like a box, right?
Yep.
You get through a box within like 5-6 hours or so, and then you do something, or you just go home. But
just go home after the box.
so there's so many variables to peaking early, right? Especially if you don't eat. It's,
that's a big
you don't
one.
know.
I
you don't know.
ate though.
Yeah, you don't know where you're gonna end up.
Like Josh in the fucking gutter just spewing.
Yeah.
Down the street. I thought we were both gonna say the night in here was the night we all peaked early.
Oh, absolutely.
That's
that is the earliest
benchmark.
peak. That is the earliest peak I've ever experienced.
That's too much of a simple answer though. Now we've referenced that too much.
We have shared the story. When did we share it? Episode.
I would have been
3 or 4 or something.
Yeah, it was. I think it might have been the first or second one you did.
It was the one at your house. We were talking about the drinks.
That's right. Yeah.
So,
yeah. But
third
What's
one.
the definition of peaking early? Like, does that mean before you like leave the house?
I think peaking early is okay. You want to be at a specific buzz when you get to a place, right? So if you want to go to a bar, you want to go to a club. Peaking early is, you know, in your head, you're processing the fact that you feel like, I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna make it through the night.
derailing.
Yeah.
And it's 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's also timing as well.
Yeah.
Like, if it's like 7:30 and you're like spinning,
Then
you're in a bad
It's a
situation.
red flag. Big red flag.
It's either like you tap out, I'm done. You know, you start hitting the waters a little early, or you just fucking keep drinking, and then by 9 o'clock you're just slaughtered.
Yeah.
No,
have you ever
sloshing around?
Man,
have you ever had like a nap whilst you were drinking just to kind of?
I haven't. No,
I don't think I have. I think it.
But I'm sure that would
passed
be.
out, and then if I wake back up, there's no way I'm drinking again.
Yeah. No.
Right. I was reading a book about fiestas in Spain, and there's one that goes for like 7 days, which sounds fucking sick.
Yeah,
but
bro.
so that's an entire peak the whole week. But yeah, people it's in summer, so people just nap under a tree.
Yep.
Like that sounds nice. We can't really do it here.
When I was in Madrid, I went out with my mates. Well, they were at like a bar because I was with my mates, staying with my mate's family in Spain. And there were some friends, and they were trying to ask me questions because I didn't really speak much English and stuff, but just about like my
¿Por
life
qué
and
no
variety
los
and stuff.
dos?
Huh? What?
Why?
Si.
Why not two?
And then they were pretty much asking about like the culture of drinking in New Zealand, and I felt like I was pretty honest. I was like, the per capita, we are probably one of the biggest like drinking countries in the world.
I'd say that, yeah.
I think that's true.
don't we have a binge drinking problem? Isn't it just that we've got people that binge drink, and they just inflate the stats for us?
Well, it's just like not many people can just have like 2 drinks. It ends up being like 6.
That's
or
true.
10 or 20, 30.
Keep going.
But no, like they were saying how like in summertime in Madrid, sort of when you go out to drink, you start drinking at like, because for us for there it's different. Like when you go out to town, you go out to the club at midnight, and then you come home at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
Whereas here it's like you go to the club sort of
10:30ish.
yeah,
11.
and then you're kind of out by 3, 4. If you're any time past 4, it's sort of like you're out too long, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But
Depends.
I was saying, you just get slaughtered till midnight. Like you drink all out till midnight, and then you go out clubbing from midnight.
You ride it out for 6 hours.
Yeah, they start drinking at like 6 or 7.
Damn.
I was like, Jesus Christ! I don't know if I could stay awake for that long. And then to do that for 7 days, like you were saying.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That is a fiesta.
Yeah, the book's The Sun Also Rises. It's a good book, but
No
they have a
European
lot of
alcohol.
problems as a result of it, as you can imagine.
Not surprised.
But it's set during bullfighting fiesta.
Okay.
So there's bullfighting and there's a lot of drinking and
Do you like that?
That does not sound like it goes hand in hand.
Do you like bullfighting? Do you agree with it?
I mean,
Andere, and then red flags and
Yeah. Or even riding it and shit.
I'm not against it, to be honest.
it is what it is.
I don't like it when they ride the fuckers.
It's pretty dangerous.
It's not just as
Rodeo.
dangerous.
Yeah,
I
I
just
think
it's
that's
a bit
more cruel.
man.
Yeah, that's definitely that's different.
Because apparently
That's
if
a
it
different
injures someone, they kill it.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck would you expect it to do?
Yeah,
It's
no
defend
choice.
itself.
It's trying to
Like-
get you off.
Yeah.
But I think in bullfighting, most of the bulls die anyway, because they do like a whole routine, and there's like really experienced bullfighters. So it's a fight between a bullfighter and the bull.
Yeah.
And the bullfighter has a sword the whole time, so he's like doing the thing to like tire the bull out.
What do they call
Doing the
them?
flag.
Are they matadors?
Matadors.
Matadors.
Yep. So he's trying to tire the bull out, and then
It's fucking
an
cheating.
experienced bullfighter will like know the perfect time, and then they basically let it run at them, and then they just stab them as they're charging, and then
Fuck, really?
yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that they actually like killed them.
they killed him. Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah. So the whole spectacle
fucked.
is about like dancing with the bull, and it's like all about how dangerous and powerful the bull is,
Yeah.
and how graceful the fighter is, and then
Whoa.
you get respect based on like how gracefully and quickly you kill the bull as well. It's like a respect thing.
Okay.
So you're supposed
insane,
to
eh?
like.
That's fuck. Well, of course you're gonna win. You got a fucking sword. Like.
Well, I mean,
They got big horns, man.
yeah.
But they're also like narrow visioned.
They are, yeah. But the
You slip up once, you're like
The
dead.
problem is like, say they slip up, and then like the bull dies for like the person slipping up, which is crazy. Like
yeah,
you're in like if that's it's like takes 2 to tango, man. Like
that's the thing.
you're
The
gonna
bulls
be
are
in
kind
there.
of doomed anyway.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lose-lose.
but they shouldn't die if they end up hurting someone. It's like you
Yeah.
step in there with your own risk.
I
if you fuck it
do
up,
get
that's
that
your
side of it.
problem.
Yeah.
Like imagine an MMA fighter getting killed for like killing another MMA. You get the death penalty for
Well,
killing someone in a ring.
I think that's a little different.
Yeah, obviously because they're both
Two
human.
humans and they've both consented. But the thing is, if it happens, you're not gonna get. I don't think if an MMA dude hit someone and ended up like killing him, I don't think he would get done for anything.
Oh no.
Because it'd be in your contract somewhere like,
You may kill
You've
this
signed
man.
a clause if if you get hit and you do die, you can't fucking sue the other dude who's also stepping in there fighting you. But if it's on steroids,
That's
then he could.
another question.
Yeah.
Or if it's an illegal move as
Then
well.
he could.
Ah.
True. Yes, it's the move. What's your take on Because I want it to happen is like having the Olympics where it's not so not for like boxing at the Olympics, but for sports or events that like track and field where it's sort of like you're not competing like you're not facing off against someone sort of thing, where you just have like a fucking steroid Olympics, everyone just juiced to the gills, bro, just
Think
fucking
you-
world records every fucking throw.
I don't think they'd ever do it. I think it's too dangerous for the competitors.
Because then they'll introduce drugs better than steroids. and then they'll test him for that,
That
and
is
be
a
like,
fucking
you're on steroids
horrible.
and you're also on that drug.
That's like, it should be this much and that much
You need to
liquid.
tip the glass.
My friend,
for
do you work at a
Jesus.
bar?
Sorry, say, what were you saying again?
I was saying is that people will get tested for other drugs other than steroids, like a drug which would be better, right?
Well,
Which would juice you
Also-
up even more than steroids.
someone doing like a sprint or something might just take PCP.
PCP. I don't know if that would help you at all when you're running.
I mean,
you
your
wouldn't see the fucking
your
track.
technique might be fucked, but your,
Everything would be like moving.
your technique might be messed up, but you would have a lot of power.
All those, dude. Can you imagine the marathon runners? All those cunts would be on EPO.
Yeah.
It's just like it'd be like hour and a half marathons.
Yeah.
Just like, dude, this guy just beat the world record by like an hour.
No, dude, people would die.
Yeah.
People would die. But
When you come off the thing.
But you could also consent it to this. You know, like you can only have this level of
a
steroid.
certain amount.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like because at the end of the day, right? How many times have you seen athletes that just get disqualified or something because of drugs, and it's like kind of fucked the whole placing and all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
And someone who got third ends up getting gold, but it's like
2 years later or
yeah, but
something.
it's kind of bullshit because it's
Yeah.
like they didn't win gold even though they were on steroids.
I get that.
But if you chuck everyone on steroids and have a limit to how many steroids you can have in your system, I reckon that would be just so much more fucking entertaining, dude.
Well, that's the thing. Like, people cheat anyway. Like,
People
a
can
lot of
cheat
people. Exactly. Like, a lot of experts think that people just get good at getting away with it.
There's
And there's a
exploits
lot
in
of-
everything.
It's about timing.
There's a lot of things you can do. Like, I think you can get blood replacements. Like,
Yeah.
so you can
Blood.
train a lot and then deplete all your nutrients,
Yeah.
and
If you have,
then
a sibling or
get,
something.
like,
Get juiced up with new fresh blood.
with fresh blood, with all like the red blood cells and like a healthy platelets,
Sorry,
and you can
Sarah,
add
you've
blood
been
cells. to you.
diagnosed with AIDS.
I don't know. I just think it'll be interesting, dude. Because do you reckon anyone's gonna beat the 100-meter sprint world record? Like, what is it? What is it? 9.57 or something like that? Or
Eventually, I
9.67 or
think.
some shit?
It's low nines, I think.
Yeah, there's this
It's like
really
9.57, right?
This
Something
is-
around there.
really great sports channel on YouTube, and they talk about what the peak of human records are.
Yeah.
So they title it like why 9. I think the title of the sprinting one is why 9 seconds will never be broken.
It won't be broken.
Yeah, but they're saying some people were saying you could get down to 9.2 or something.
Jesus Christ! If you
If
have
you
the most
like perfect
race,
exactly, yeah. Because they were saying Usain Bolt is like biomechanically he's really good. Like he's a
genetically
perfect
built for sprinting.
sprinter.
bro,
Yeah, but apparently he has a few leaks in his sprinting technique as well.
well, he shit off the blocks. That's the worst
yeah.
part about his game. his
I think he
sprinting.
has scoliosis as well or something.
What's
Like
that?
he's got a curved spine
Okay.
or something. So it's not like he's not like
Yeah.
as good as he is. He's not the perfect
Yeah. But
sprinting
in terms
machine.
of his whole body physique, I guess he is perfectly designed for sprinting. Was he like 6'4"?
yeah.
And just thin muscle, lean muscle.
Yeah, he's got those long strides, super long strides.
Like when I went back and watched him when he was in Beijing in 2008, when he broke the world record for like 9.8 something the first time, and he was the last fucking 15-20 meters. He's just like running with his arms out, like pumping his chest, and he was like, "Holy shit! This dude just beat the world record, and he didn't even run the last 20 meters."
Bro, he
And
destroyed
he
the
didn't
world
contract
record.
the center of math.
He was fucking gloating for the last 20 meters, dude. That's insane. Like
Yeah, it
that's
is.
crazy when you think about it. And then the next Olympics or the next World Champs, everyone was running that shit. And that's why I was like, fuck it. Everyone's on some shit, man. Everyone's juiced up in the sport.
What do you reckon is like the one time in your life where you've pushed your body to the max and like you're at your like peak?
Peak?
Say in like a athletic situation or
I'm at my peak. I don't know, because I've been at different stages. Like when I was in Newcastle fighting, when I cut all that weight,
yeah.
it's hard to say because my weight was far less than what was natural to me, but at the same time, I was so freaking fit, and my explosiveness from like A to B was so fucking quick, and I knew that, but at the same time, I didn't have the same like, I guess, power and drive and just like I don't know. It's like different, you know, because I lost a lot of that strength at the same time. But
so you had more quickness.
Yeah. But I would say like probably that time I was probably in one of the best shapes in terms of, you know, fighting at least. But I don't know. It's hard to say because I've never really done like a proper diet where I've...
Yeah, I should probably reword it as in to say like, well, when you push yourself so hard to where you feel like you're at your most athletic peak, I guess.
Right.
And I guess that would be the same.
Probably, I'd probably stick with
So
that,
not in like just like a one-off training. You mean like in terms of...
In terms of where you push yourself like the most and you felt your best. Because I guess that's kind of like a bit of a vague question.
I didn't feel the best there.
That'd be for you, yeah.
I didn't like I didn't cut that weight in like 1 month. I did that over like four and a half months. So I was training like while cutting that weight. So I was also training, you know, training to fight at that weight, if that makes sense. So by the time I got to competition, I was so used to fighting at that weight. So I'd probably say that time would be my best.
Yeah, because you lost a lot of weight, didn't you? So
yeah, I was like 58 kilos.
Yeah, were your energy levels like low? Because you
No,
lost
not
that,
really,
or
man.
they were all fine.
Sometimes at night, you know, like after you come back after training, like, cause I was still at uni the whole week, so I'd be doing uni assessments, exams, all that stuff, and then I would be training every night. At the same and you know, every day I'm having like a handful of food, like that's it, like for every meal, it's like a handful of food.
That's the hardest part, eating less.
Yeah.
To keep the weight low.
Being
do that anyway.
Too, though, because you
during
got
it,
cafeteria and shit, bro.
Yeah.
You can't have anything. You're seeing all these like chocolate brownies, and you're just like.
What did you end up weighing in as?
I weighed in at 57.5.
And you could be 58.
I cut way more than what I needed to, just because I didn't have scales at the competition before the official weigh-in.
Yeah.
They didn't. I think the person that was meant to bring the scales for the tournament fucking forgot them.
Wow.
So I was like,
like the most important part of weigh-in.
And I'm like, and there's a couple other people that were in the same boat as me, and we were kind of like, I knew that I was going to be safe though. Like I had a good feeling that I was underweight. The other guys weren't fucking sure at all. They were like, I don't know. They were kind of cutting weight last minute.
Jesus.
And I didn't. At this point, I hadn't had any. I had pretty much no food for about a day. Just like little snacks, but like no carbs, nothing like that. Just like veggies, really.
Yeah.
Fruits. And then the day of weigh-ins, I didn't have any water till about 2 p.m. So I just fully dehydrated myself. I was in the sauna.
Headaches.
But no, I didn't. To be honest, I didn't actually have headaches. I was just fucking drained, bro. I was like, and it was hot in Newcastle, bro. It was like 30 degrees.
When
Must
you
have had a coffee then if you didn't get a headache, man.
Oh.
Were you competing the next day? Was it?
No, I competed like 2 or 3 days later.
Okay.
I was in the last day of competing.
So you got quite a bit of time to get yourself back on
again.
shape.
Yeah. Yeah. So I weighed in at about 57.5. I was meant to just be under 60, but because I didn't have scales, I was like, fuck it. I still feel fine. Like I feel good. And I knew that I wasn't going to be competing until at least the second day. So I was like, I'm going to have a full day to like kind of recover and get my energy levels back up. So I was like, I'm just going to dehydrate myself sort of thing. But yeah, one guy made it just. And then by the time I was fighting, I was about 64.
Damn.
I was about 64 kilos.
Put on 6.5 kgs in 3 days.
I was about 64 kilos.
What the hell?
I went pretty much right up to my natural weight. So I think I was about 65 or 66 when I started my weight cut. And I was like, if you think about it, 5 kilos isn't really that much to lose. Like over time, it's not that hard.
You got given like 4 months.
But I was pretty fucking lean at 65. Like
Yeah,
I wasn't,
you were.
I wasn't
You were
like,
really lean.
You know, I was pretty lean at 65. So I was just losing muscle really. But no, I felt really good at that point. I was definitely the fittest I've ever been by a fucking mile, man. I was doing like 5 round, you know, at training I was doing like 5 round sparring, and it would be like a minute each thing, so like 5 minutes, and then, you'd be fucking tired, so I'd be panting, but I'd still be like cool to go for like another couple rounds. Like I was so fucking fit. I can't say that right now. I'd die after probably like 1 round.
One sec, guys. Just how about that weight cut?
It's like different style of fitness, dude. So we were talking about that after we played ball the other weekend, dude. It's like it's just a different style of fitness.
Yeah.
Just that constant running, like that You know what I mean? Like, see that fitness for basketball was like way different to like fighting fitness. It's just so different, man. And I'm assuming it's probably different to tennis too.
Well, I would say my time where I felt most fit was, I want to say maybe year 11 or year 12 of high school. When I used to train all the time at Albany, we'd do like 3 hours a day.
Yeah.
Mondays and Wednesdays, I believe, and it would be an hour of hitting.
Yeah.
Which is just like getting warm, playing some matches and stuff, and then like an hour of drilling, which is, you know, the coach moving you around the court, doing all that kind of stuff and working on your game, and then another hour of cardio and core training.
Yeah.
So you start with 2 hours of playing tennis, and then at that point you're like, oh fuck. And then the fitness trainer comes out. He's like, all right, you guys good to go for a run. And it's like you do a run around like North Harbour Stadium, come back, and then you start working on your core and stuff.
How many days a week was that?
Just 2 days a week.
Oh,
but then you couple that with, you know, competition that you play on like Saturdays, and then I was doing Tuesday nights then. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was just tennis, and then I had a couple of days break, and then I would play it again on Saturdays. But it was at a point where like I was really, really skinny. Yeah. I would say I had like probably the lowest body fat ever. I probably have a picture on my like Google Drive from like back in the day, but
I think I have a photo of Mike weight cut too.
I was skin and bone, dude.
Yeah, man.
I still am quite skinny now, but I've definitely filled out a lot more than what I was back in the day, because I had like the skinny boy abs where it was like I was so skinny, the fact where my abs were just there. There was no muscle. It was just
See, that was sort of what I had when I was losing weight.
Yeah. Well, they're gone now.
Fair enough.
But yeah, man, I my game of tennis back in that time was basically, I don't have like a lot of weapons or anything. I had no like finishing shot, so I could stand out and play a match for 3.5 hours.
You just Nadal, bro.
Just stay there, you know. And by the end of the match, I'll be tired, but I was willing to go that length.
Yeah.
But now it's just like completely different.
Yeah. Nah, fair enough. You've also had a lot of injuries, which doesn't help.
Oh yeah, I'm a walking bionic man, so that doesn't really.
Well, we found out in the last podcast when you tried to clench your fucking fist and you started getting tendonitis in your arm.
Isn't that your tennis arm?
Yeah, so this is my hitting arm, but I hyperextended my arm playing basketball in year 13. I actually rolled my ankle jumping on someone's foot or something like that.
Oh, that's the worst.
And then I fell
injury.
back, and then I snapped the ligament there by just like hyperextending it the other way.
Oh, what the hell?
And it was so weird. That was like the weirdest sensation. Is it snapped, and then my arm just went like that, and just
stuck there.
I couldn't like move my arm at all.
Yeah.
So there was nothing supporting my arm.
Damn. Man.
Jesus. And I had problems with it for a while, but I've just kind of gotten the strength back after like a while.
You've really had a lot of injuries.
Fucking hell, man.
Yep, I got disease in my legs, no fucking ligaments in my ankles.
Still walking injury.
I'll be like one of those Instagram videos where it's like,
bro.
what's your excuse? Oh, you didn't want to go to the gym today? What's your excuse?
I can't fucking.
I don't have any legs.
Yeah, man.
I'd say my peak fitness was either when I was sailing like 6 days a week.
You would have got proper arm and
I had a lot of arm strength from that. A lot of upper body strength. And that's because the roll when you're sailing, you're like pulling on ropes the whole time. And they've probably got like 20 to 25 kgs of tension in them. And you're constantly like adjusting. So it's maybe not 20 kgs, but imagine just bicep curling like 12, 15 kgs for like 3 minutes at a time.
Fuck yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. And a lot of core strength. I was really strong at that time, but what I didn't do was I was so bad on stretching. So I was like strong, but I was really like inefficiently strong.
Dude, that's the problem with me too. Like I stretch over quarantine, but I get lazy now and I just don't even think about it.
It's I stretched a lot in quarantine as well, and I've stopped doing it as well.
I just forget about it. Honestly, I just forget to do it. Like, I do it after
your mind conveniently forgets.
No, it's like before I go to sleep, I always I feel like my body is sore right after I've like worked out or something. So then I'll go and stretch. I'll listen to music and I normally like sit down, and I find a really good way is sitting like cross-legged on the ground and trying to keep your core like really tight so your back's nice and straight, and then just sitting there and just kind of not meditating, but in a sense meditating for kind of like just 5 minutes. And just letting your like core, because you feel it in your core and your your glutes,
it's a lot of it is body awareness.
Yeah,
right?
and I've really started enjoying that, like doing that sort of thing, just like really getting your like your breathing in too. Yeah. So just bringing your just whole body down and just relaxing. That helps me go to sleep as well. So I've been doing that like every like second night or something like that. Just turning into the Japanese.
Have you levitated yet?
Not yet. I've neither have I reached an orgasm.
Oh, no. You'll get there eventually, man.
Is that your true goal? Is it, mate?
Well, I've heard that you can get orgasms from.
I think a lot of things are possible from meditation.
Yeah,
which is crazy to me to think that you reach a climax while you're.
It's probably just a mental state, right?
Yeah. Like, my leg,
dude. Imagine if you're in like a meditation room with everyone meditating and it's silent, and you just hear that.
You see, like that video of the Grinch? It's like, let out all your emotions, and then the Grinch just goes.
I love that fucking video, bro.
Yeah,
I have problems.
So
I'm a little fucked up.
When I was sailing, there were two very different roles. So you're in the boats I was in. It was a 2-person boat.
Yeah,
and you're either a skipper.
Those, I hated them.
Yep. You're either a skipper or you're a crew. And what the crew does is the crew has a lot of upper body stuff.
Yeah.
His role is he's got the main sheet the whole time. So the big sail.
Okay.
He's like adjusting it the whole time upwind.
Yep.
Going upwind. And then when he goes downwind, you have to like pull out this big thing that's in a bag that catches the wind.
Yeah.
So you got to pull it out as fast as you can.
The
because it's
bloomers,
a race.
pull out the bloomers.
Pull out. That's what we call it. Yeah.
As
the
Chuck
bloomers.
would say.
So that's a lot of upper body. That's when I was strongest in my upper body, which I crewed near the end of my sailing career in high school. But earlier on, the skipper, what I was doing, the skipper, he sits down a lot.
Has a break.
He doesn't have he doesn't have a break at all, because what he has to do is he straps his feet into these straps.
Yeah.
And then he gets out on the side of the boat up to his like hamstrings, and then he leans out of the boat to create leverage.
Oh, balance and
so it's called hiking. And so what you got to do is basically the entire race, so like 30 minutes is basically a dish hold, except it's even harder because you're extended out of the boat and your legs are strapped in, because you're wanting to create riding moment, because the boat's like tipping over. So the best way to do that efficiently is to like lean out the boat.
Oh fuck.
And so
I wouldn't be caught doing that. You know my fear of the ocean.
Yeah. So that's when I did a lot of damage to my hips, I think, because it's like 30 minutes of sitting in a lock.
Yep.
And especially if you add in the coldness and your body's like tense already, like I destroyed my hips. I remember like always having pain in my hips during that time and never even being able to like lift my hips or like extend
I can tell you that from experience, that having your legs like locked out fucks your hips, dude.
Yeah.
I know it's probably like having like kicking and holding your leg out and shit.
Yeah.
Just ruins the hip, eh? I still remember how I fucked it too. Wasn't a good time.
you can get bad hips from tennis as well, from like serving.
Yeah.
It's more back, like lower back, but when you toss up and you put it's called like a trophy position. So you basically put all the load on your back hip, and then you're supposed to just like lunge like that. So there's a lot of stretching, but you take a lot of pain in your lower back. And I think Luke actually had problems with his lower back when he was serving from like the same thing. You put so much load on your dominant side, and then you just have to spring forth and explode into it.
Isn't that what Murray and Nadal have?
I think Murray he definitely had a back problem recently, but I'm not sure about Nadal. I think Nadal was mostly legs. Right. Like, he's always had problems.
He always seemed to like
legs.
In the finals when he was struggling, he'd always seemed to have an injury in his back.
I think it was the Australian Open. He had an injury in his back one time.
And you never know if it's legit or if he's just like having an excuse.
That's a whole new conversation right there.
Because I like Nadal, but I feel like he does have a lot of excuses every time he loses.
But that's the problem with that kind of stuff, right? Is
you can't really tell.
You can't tell.
You're lying.
Yeah, because you look at the guy, but you think like, oh, you're good. You're an athlete, and then it's like, no, I can't play right now.
Yeah, that's what I try to take it from experience. Like when I was doing karate, and I'm like, I can't do this because of my hips. And people are like, nah, you could just be fine, I'm like, dude, I literally can't fucking hold my leg out. Like, I know I can't do it.
Yeah. I think a big part of it is like if they play on it and they injure themselves on it, that's going to do potentially permanent damage.
Yeah,
like you could be out for a long time playing on injuries.
Yeah,
as we've seen.
Also, that dude, that tennis player who got mono, he had it. He knew he had it, but he kept playing. I don't actually know if he knew he had it, but he definitely knew he was sick.
Yeah,
continued to play and ended his career. So
yeah,
it's risky, man. It's risky.
Yeah.
But how I deal with injuries mostly now is if I get injured injured in a match,
stay on the couch.
If I play in a match, or say like doubles or something, and I'm injured, I'll like talk to my partner. And if they tell me to stop, then obviously I'll stop. But if I'm in like a singles game or something, it's the same story, right? I'm gonna keep trying until I literally cannot function. If I have like a little niggle, and
if I was in a game, I'd do the same thing.
Yeah. I'll keep pushing until either I genuinely can't move or can't play at all at a specific level, or someone comes up to me and says, "Stop playing." Stop playing.
I wouldn't say it's an injury, but it was the same year as Nuco when I was cutting all that weight. I was at the New Zealand Open. The Nationals down in Wellington. I don't remember if I sent you guys photos or not, but I got that massive black eye during fighting. Like
I think I've seen it.
Fucked up, bro.
I think I do remember.
Because it was right at the end of the fight. The dude came in, and the ref kind of like said, stop, yame. And then as the guy came in, like the side of his like glove, like clipped the side of my face. Because I kind of stopped fighting. I heard the ref say stop, so I kind of like backed, but it was kind of stupid of me. And just clipped the side of my fucking eye, and I was like, damn, that hurt. And then I felt like my eye start closing. Yeah. And then I get back to like the stands, and everyone's just like, Jesus Christ.
Where'd
like,
Mitchell go?
I'm like, what? And then, someone takes a photo of me, and they show me like, and my whole eye is just black and like swollen over. And then as soon as I see that photo, I just feel like the pain kind of like kick in. I'm just like, Jesus. Damn. And they're like, do you want to you still want to compete in the open weight division next? And I'm like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Like,
see how we go.
It's like at the end of the day, it's an excuse, right? But it's like, fuck it, I didn't come all this way to just not compete. Like, it's a black eye. At the end of the day, it's nothing that serious. First round, I fought one of the top dudes in New Zealand, and because he came up to me, he's just like, so you're good to fight? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And then he's like, I ain't gonna go easy on you. And I was like, I wouldn't expect it. And then I couldn't see shit out of my right eye. I was fighting the dude like left side on. I couldn't see anything. So he was just like throwing kicks and everything on this side.
He was just dabbing.
And I'm fucking like, I'm just trying to fucking move, bro. I can't see shit. I lost that fight.
Damn.
And then I fought another guy. I met Carl, who was going into MMA, from what I've heard. Oh. And then I fought him, and he was doing pretty much the same shit. But it was a closer fight, but he just beat me. I didn't have a great tournament, but yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. No, I played through this injury here. So
that?
You see how my finger just doesn't like
straighten.
Just doesn't straighten, if you see it. So I was like receiving a pass in a scrimmage once, and this guy was like from hair to hair, and he threw me like a chest bullet pass as if you were throwing it down the court. And because I wasn't ready for it, I didn't open my hand fully, so it just caught my pinky.
My fingers hurt so much.
It did, bro. It hurt so much, but I played through it for like another hour after it happened, because I thought it was just a bad sprain or something. And then there was a lot of pain, but eventually it was numb, and then I just kept playing. Yeah. And then like I didn't look at it for a couple of days, and then a couple of days later, like my whole pinky was going swollen and bruised. And then I got it x-rayed, and it was actually broken on the knuckle. Shit. So I had to get a splint for it. But I think I
remember you actually having a splint for that.
Yeah. And then but even after that, I after like 3 weeks of the splint, I just kept playing basketball again. Went back to it, thinking that it was like healing. And then when I got the cast off, like I can't like extend my pinky fully now, and it's still like painful sometimes. Yeah. But at least it's a pinky, your pinky's doesn't do that much. Yeah. So it's just fucking there. It's just there on the end. I mean, your main ones are your thumb and these fingers. So
the little piggy that went to the market.
Exactly.
I thought I would ask a question if we want to go off topic, or unless we want to stick on the topic.
Fire away, man.
Nah, go for it.
Is it a TUI cap question?
No. It's a space actually, mate. Get it right. No. No, it's if you had any place in the world where you would like to go, where would it be and why?
You first.
That
I haven't been.
Well, I would assume so.
Okay.
It doesn't have to be, but
Okay.
I'm assuming that the question would be like, is a place you want to go?
Okay.
Probably Nepal
Paul?
for me.
Yeah.
I think it'd just be cool to see all the communities in the mountains.
Yeah.
Like built on the mountains and like all like the nature and like how the people live.
Yeah.
Because that's crazy. Like living in huts up on
Yeah, man.
in the mountains. That'd be
Shot by like a fucking dart thing.
Either that or somewhere in Spain or south of France.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll say Japan for me.
Yeah, man.
Japan.
I want to go to Japan. I've obsessed with Japanese culture.
It's fucking cool, man.
AKA, I'm an anime fan.
Dude,
I grew up with like Japanese shit because karate. So
it's weird, bro. Being half Japanese and seeing all that stuff just weirds me out. Like I'm not a fan of the anime culture,
Right.
to be honest. I think it's kind of weird.
But do you like? Wait, is anime still classified as like like watching like a cartoon? Fucking
Anime is animation, basically.
right. So you don't really like animation shit.
No, because I think it's very like, it just seems strange to me. Like it's very imaginative.
But you like games like Dota, which is a form of anime, right?
Nah, not really.
Not really. Anime kind of comes under, like Dragon Ball Z, Pokemon.
Right. I love Pokemon.
Those are all animes.
Yeah.
But animes mostly come from Japanese studios.
Right.
Or they're developed by Japanese.
I guess it depends. I think there's a spectrum for anime. Like you got the
There
weirdest
is,
shit,
You have the
And
very
then-
weird stuff.
and then like stuff in the ends, like
You
in the
got
middle.
Marge Simpson just getting banged on Pornhub. Anime.
Yeah. But definitely this. I mean, the more normal stuff
Right.
is cool. What kind of anime do you
The
watch?
normal stuff.
Do you watch the normal stuff?
That's why Liam did that face where he's like, "Fuck, he's on to me." So we watched that Marge Simpson getting banged.
Delete search history. I would say my favorite anime to watch is Cowboy Bebop.
Okay.
It's like it's dubbed, so it's not actually in Japanese. There is a Japanese version, but they brought in actual voice actors from states and so on to do it. It's basically like space bounty hunters.
Right.
I like it. It's really good.
That is cool.
Okay.
And it's like it's got its main soundtrack is mostly jazz. So it incorporates like a really dystopian future where like cities are split into like planets, and these guys go around collecting bounties, and they're like flying their ships and stuff, and you hear this light smooth as jazz playing in the background.
Yeah.
It's a whole vibe.
It's a whole vibe.
To say that. And then my other favorite would be Dragon Ball Z, 100%. I used to watch that with my brother when I was a kid.
You're not into Pokemon or no?
I watched a bit of Pokemon as well. But
I started watching that on Netflix, like the
new ones?
No, like the original one where he goes through and tries to achieve all the badges.
He wants to be the very best.
Misty.
Misty and Brock.
I saw this thing where it's Brock. How his main Pokemon is Onyx.
Yeah.
It's just a metaphor for him having a huge dick. I just cracked up. I was like, I wouldn't be surprised, like knowing fucking anime shit. Like,
And then Ashes just fucking peeks at you like.
Pika. Well, I think I'd say my place I would want to go to would be like Eastern Europe, bro. Like like that Czech Republic, Croatia.
Yeah.
I think I'd love like going around there, seeing all like that medieval type shit. I reckon that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
All the castles
that is cool.
and-
Yeah, like all the old cities.
Yeah,
We're all
man.
old cities. We don't have.
I got a
that.
mate that lives out in Slovenia, so it'd be good to see him too. But
Mm.
I don't know. I think that'd be one of the places I'd like to really go to.
There's a lot of good history in Europe.
Yeah, 'cause I love Europe when I went. And obviously I went the more western side. But
Because you don't have to travel too far to be in somewhere like new.
no, it's fucking like 40 minutes, bro.
You go around the corner and it's like, whoa, there's a different currency, there's different people speaking different languages. Like,
Here you drive 40 minutes and you're in fucking you're in fucking
You're in Hamilton.
Ellerslie.
you're unfortunately in Hamilton.
You have arrived.
1 hour
at
later you're in
Hamilton.
Pukekohe.
You've arrived at a pit stop.
Yeah, man. 3 hours later you're in Topo. Or 4 hours actually.
Topo.
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 You've watched Late Night Big Breakfast, right?
I want to say
Jeremy
I have.
Wells. You know Jeremy Wells, right?
I think
Off,
so. Yeah.
7 Sharp.
Bro,
Yeah,
He's the guy.
dude,
yeah.
the fact that dude talks on like live television is just the best shit
And
ever.
Hillary
Yeah.
Barry is like one of the worst combinations.
Yeah, but he is
Yeah.
just he says the dumbest shit
See,
on
well,
national television.
seeing him go from the Late Night Big Breakfast and knowing what he's like,
he talks the
on
exact
there.
same.
He does talk the same
He
way.
talks
Except
the
obviously
exact
he's more
He's more PC,
like PC
Bit
and
more
he's
PC.
more.
but he still says real controversial
He
shit.
does, yeah.
And you're just like, how do you get away with saying stuff like this? But because it's him, it's like,
Yeah, I love his demeanor though.
Yeah, he's
you
cracking.
can always tell he's like taking the piss.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
He's always taking the piss,
Yeah, he's
and that's
always
just how he
talking
talks.
yeah, I love
Yeah.
it. We need to watch that again. Late Night Big Breakfast.
Yeah, I introduced a lot of overseas people to the Late Night Big Breakfast. They really like it.
Yeah,
I showed an English guy it in New York, and he was like losing his shit seeing it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, it's just so funny. I just can't. Every guest, they just think it's legit, and then we need to cut to commercial, like midway through the talking, bro.
Yeah.
It's so fucking funny.
It's basically a New Zealand satire breakfast show,
Yeah,
except it's set in a furniture store. So they just choose couches in a furniture store,
yeah.
and they just sit down
It's
while
Target, isn't it?
it's the Target furniture store,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's just taking the piss about like how breakfast TV's set up with like news segments and like
Yeah.
stings and all this stuff, and they just have a bit of fun with it.
Bookshelves.
Well, it's like, isn't it like a worldwide meme that being on like a breakfast show is just you're like the super sub, or not a super sub, but just a sub. You know, you see all the funny news compilation things. It's always breakfast shows
Oh yeah,
that mess it up really badly.
especially the Britain ones.
Oh yeah, States as well. Like they're like, oh my god, they do some stupid things.
Yeah, I think it's the vibe on it as well, though, right? It's a little bit less.
Well, no
Formal?
one's.
It's like
yeah.
informal.
Yeah.
It's a time where people
Yeah.
aren't really gonna tune in. Like
Just
people
having
that
fun,
Everyone's trying to go to work.
yeah.
No
So
one's
everyone's
sitting at their TV like, what's happening on breakfast?
What did he do? What did he say?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Except old Dorothy from the retirement village.
Yeah. I thought we'd give context. When we talked about, loading and pre-drinking and shit.
Oh, we didn't say why.
Me and Josh are going to a concert tonight, so
Yeah, those two.
it's a while off. I don't know
You
why
were
Liam's not
invited,
going.
mate. You were invited.
He just didn't want to go.
Invite.
You don't like... You've listened to LA.
I've listened to LAB.
Didn't want to spend the money. Or?
I don't know. I'm so weird with concerts, man. If I go to a concert, it has to be, up like
Pinnacle.
boom, like up there. I listen to you all the time.
Right.
I'm gonna know every song kind of thing. I couldn't go to LAB. I'll just be like, I'll be there like, nice, and then all of a sudden it's like, ding, 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 and then I'm like, no! And then all of a sudden it's gone again. Because I don't really listen to much LAB.
I've listened to a lot of them since I got tickets. But I really enjoy going to like $20 gigs where you don't know
sure.
who they are. Because Angus always says to me like, oh, listen, he'll send me like the album or what it is and be like, yo, give this a jam. And I'm always just like, nah, I want to just wait. Like I'd rather just
See it
like
for the first time.
yeah, just hear it for the first time. I don't give a shit about singing along and like being a fangirl. I like just going there and just
You see, I want to be a fangirl at every
yeah.
concert.
Nah, see, I like just going there and hearing new music and just being like, yo, and just
That's
like,
what it's gonna
vibing
be
out to
like
it.
for me tonight, because I know the main song that's on the 7 Sharp,
Yeah, in the air.
the one that we were talking about the other week,
Yeah.
and I think I know like one other song.
Yeah, they're real reggae.
Mm,
Nah, I'm looking forward to them. They're gonna be fucking good, man.
yeah, can't wait.
Because they sold out the town hall
They're
Oh,
at
was it
Spark
Town Hall
Arena
tonight?
No, but they have sold out the town hall.
Oh,
I think,
okay.
I think
Well,
they've
they sold it out
Spark.
and they moved it to Spark Arena.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have they sold out Spark? Do you know?
I think so.
They have
Yeah.
sold out.
Was it GA and seating? Or just GA?
I think the whole thing is sold out.
The whole
I think
whole
it's
thing.
the whole stadium.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Or, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's insane.
Because when I got tickets, there was only 500 left.
yeah.
Because I originally wasn't planning on going. I was like, oh, I kind of want to save money. And then Angus was like messaging me. Will was messaging me. And I was like, fuck it. I'll go.
Gaff Gold.
Yeah, I wasn't going until late either.
How much was it?
I think it was like 80.
Pretty expensive actually. Yeah.
$80, yeah.
I don't think 80 is that bad, really. For like one of our biggest New Zealand groups
I guess so.
in Spark Arena, like
Yeah.
I don't think it's that bad.
Mm.
Like if you think about it, Tash was more expensive.
I mean, Tosh is like...
But yeah, Tash is fucking on another level. But I know what you mean. But I don't know. I like the $20 gigs. They're the best ones, man.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm so bad with concerts, man. I need to get better at them.
You should just come next time. Me and Angus just go to some like random gig, bro. Well, he
Yeah.
normally knows them, but I have no clue who they are.
Yeah, because I went to Minnie Simmons because they were like the first vinyl release in New Zealand for like years or something.
Well, I went with Angus and Will when they last performed.
Yeah, when
which
they
was
performed, yeah.
a couple months ago.
Yeah, we were
Wow,
there at
so
their album release thing, and when we just showed up, we walked in. We don't know anybody there. Like all these people are amongst each other. They're just having a chat, and
Yeah.
we're like, me and Angus just there, like, yeah, Minnie Simmons. And then this guy walks up to us with like a box. He's like, oh, I have a beer, mate. And it's like, I can't remember what it's called. It's called. I'm pretty sure it's like Rudy's Lager or something.
Oh yeah.
It might have been from Dr. Rudy's, but I'm pretty sure it was from Wellington.
Right.
And this guy just keeps walking around handing out beers, and they start playing and stuff. It's actually like good because I'd never heard Minnie Simmons before,
Yeah.
and it was like really good music.
Lead singer's really extroverted, eh?
I don't know. I don't really. I remember we went like near the guys,
Yeah.
but they were definitely going around like having a chat to everybody. And
Wait. Oh, so they didn't actually perform.
no, they performed.
Oh.
Yeah,
Right. So you didn't see the lead singer.
I did see the lead singer.
Oh.
But what do you mean by extroverted?
Well, he's just very what's the word I'm looking for? Like, I can't think of the word I'm looking for.
I just think as extroverted as someone who like talks to you a lot or can be
I
out
guess
there.
maybe more. He's just open
Like
with
expressive.
yeah,
For the
expressive.
perform-
Maybe, yeah,
performance.
real
Okay.
expressive. It was pretty
Yeah.
cool to watch. Like, fuck yeah. Like,
Well, you know,
he's real
he's
into it.
grabbing the
True.
mic and he's like slamming his foot on the ground. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
he's
Yeah.
he's definitely out there.
Well,
He's
did
real-
you
he's
like
pretty
their
good.
stuff? Did you like the concert?
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't a concert. It was in
Yeah.
like one of those small CD stores,
Yeah.
right? And then they had Outback was like a massive machine which does vinyl press. It was like really low key, like super low key.
Yeah, because I saw him at I think it's the Tuning Fork, which is next to Spark Arena,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
the place.
which is not very big.
No.
You can fit what, maybe 200 people.
You see, the place we were at, I think it would have been less than 50 or maybe 50 on the dot.
Yeah, yeah. It was cramped as fuck when we went, man. It was so busy, dude. But they were like really big. Like the people that were there were like so into them, and I was just like, I felt fucking left out. Like I felt like I was the only person that didn't really know them. I just went for the experience. you know?
Yeah.
Everyone's like singing along. I'm just like, don't know any of the lyrics.
Oh
But,
man.
sometimes that's the best time. Sometimes because you hear it for the first time, you're just like, oh, that's
You
pretty
pick
good.
it up as well, eh?
Yeah,
You kind of pick it up.
no, it's like that experience, man. Picking things up for the first time, like, oh, okay, I hear you. I hear you.
I hear you.
Well, are we going to the opening acts
I
today?
don't know, man, because I think we're
we don't
planning
know who they are.
on ferrying over to the town
Oh yeah.
at like might be like 6:45.
Okay.
I think. I don't really know though.
6:45.
I think we want to get there earlier to get like a better position.
Mm.
What time does it
Yeah.
start at?
I don't really give a shit to be honest, but
Yeah.
it starts at just after 9. I want to say.
That's usually
Oh,
what time it
shit.
start.
We're gonna be there pretty early.
Yeah, I was gonna say 6:45.
Yeah.
Bloody
Dude, I
hell.
think that's when they're talking about. I'm like, oh.
That's very early.
I think that's what
couple
I think they
hours.
want to like go like get up like the front.
Close, yeah. You can always just push the front. I mean, we
Yeah.
did that at
Yeah.
Tosh.
But we got a nice position at
we
times.
got
We
right.
came in from the sides.
There she was. She just made it right.
We
for us.
illegally entered the ruck.
Well, is Angus coming at 4?
Just after 4, he told
Just
me.
after 4.
What time is it now? It's 4?
It's 4 now.
It's 4 p.m.
4 p.m.
It's time for you to start drinking, Josh. You've had half a beer.
I
and
am
water.
drinking.
No, it's time for you to start drinking.
Drinking. So yeah, we're going to Devonport, right? First.
Yeah, pre-drinking it. Well, we're doing before the pre.
The pre.
I'm gonna peak so early today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm already gonna pee like now. So
We'll
I'm
ask
gonna
again
break the
next-
seal.
now.
I'm breaking the seal.
We'll ask again next week, and then we'll see.
We'll see how early I peaked.
Yeah, be like, oh, how was LAB? I don't remember.
I don't know.
It was a lab.
Josh, how was it? No, because I messaged Goose yesterday, and I was like, oh, what are you planning on like drinking? Because I really did not feel like drinking beer. Because I just knew that I was gonna bloat up, and I know like drinking with Angus and then like Will Horner and all those dudes. If I'm drinking beer, I'm just gonna be bloated as shit. So I was like, I really feel like just getting on like RTDs or something like that. But yeah, he was like, I'm planning on getting fucking wrapped. And I was like, good on, Goose. Looking forward to it. He said it's been a long what do you call it? Long term.
Oh, true, yeah.
Westlake.
Yeah, I was out with him last weekend. It was a good time.
Oh, is today the last day of his term?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's gonna be. Might need to look after.
He's gonna
him
be
tonight,
going
mate.
hard.
It's gonna be.
We're gonna need to baby him.
Oh, that trip we're planning to do. I checked this morning. There were 7 beds left in the hut out of 78. So,
We'll
and I
check.
looked at the weather, and the weather's like decent.
Okay.
So I reckon we just book it.
You saying that on the podcast so we don't have a second option?
We have proof. We have proof.
I look, if we can get our money back for it,
I'm sure we'll
I'm
be
happy
able to.
I'm happy to
right?
book that because I would like to go up to the hut.
Yeah.
Even if we can't
The
get our
reason I
money
say
back, it's like
the-
$20 though.
The only reason
At the same time.
I'm on like Liam's side in terms of the hotel is I don't want to get down there and be like fuck we got nowhere to stay
Yeah, that's true.
and then we're just
Nah,
stuck in a
dude, there'll
shitty
be
hotel.
there'll be a lot of places I reckon, because there'll be all the Airbnbs and
Coromandel's pretty fucking busy though, dude, and it's in the first week, like second weekend of the term.
yeah, but it's winter as well.
First
so-
weekend of holidays, so like people might be going down to the Coromandel and shit.
I'd say so in
Depending-
summer, but because it's winter, like,
But people still might go down to their batches and shit.
but then they have the place.
But
They have a place already if it's a batch.
But
I don't know. I just wanted to add to the butts you guys are putting in.
true, because there are a lot of butts.
There was a
Wasn't
lot of
paying
butts.
attention.
Too many asses.
Debate.
We
All
have
right.
an ass.
We're at the 58-minute mark. Are we doing the old songs of the past 2 days?
Song of the
Oh
past
yeah,
2 days.
we're doing this podcast
2 days after the
Days
previous
after,
one.
just
so-
because we thought we needed to get back on schedule for you people.
Yeah.
So
You better leave a like, comment, and a subscription.
well, actually that is something I actually do want to put in. They're probably not going to watch past this point. I
Switches
had a
off
look
now.
at like all of our analytics and stuff, and over 50% of the people that watch our videos are non-subscribed. I don't really give a shit whether you subscribe or not, to be totally honest. But it'd be easier for you to know like we're going to upload if you do subscribe.
Yeah.
And also, I've noticed that over 50% of the people that watch our videos are from outside of New Zealand.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And obviously we have our Instagram page, and most of the people that follow it are from New Zealand. Maybe like, a few like Luke that live in the US and stuff. But outside of that, we don't know anyone who watches it outside of New Zealand, really.
Yeah.
So if you do watch it from another country, like maybe, follow us on Instagram or something, so we know
Hit us up.
we know where you're from or things like that, because that'd be kind of cool to know, where people are watching us
Yeah.
from. I would like to know at least.
Yeah.
That's just what I want to say.
No, that's fair enough. I understand that.
And I don't know if we have viewers who we don't know as well.
Yeah,
You know,
I want to know if you do
none of
watch
us
it,
know. And you don't know
we
us.
don't know. Well, either one of us don't know that you watch it. Let us know, because I'm just interested
Yeah.
to know who like actually watches it.
Yeah.
I like to communicate with the people.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, join our songs of the week.
Yeah. What do you got
Um,
from the past 2 days, my friend?
Fuck. California Waiting by Kings of Leon.
Oh, nice.
Jamming it
Would be
today.
a Kings of Leon.
Jamming it today, that's all I can think of. So,
Yeah,
well, not to say it's not a good song. It's a fantastic song.
it's Kings of Leon. It's gonna be pretty.
Yeah.
decent.
But,
My song.
Yeah.
Is "Down to Hell" by Asking Alexandria.
cool. What style is it?
It's like soft metal.
Okay. Nice.
I'm Breaking the Habit by Linkin Park this week. I've been listening to a lot of Linkin Park.
Really?
Yeah.
Me and you going for that whole like little soft metal vibe, eh?
Yeah. I mean,
Like it?
yeah, you hit me up with that song, and it was really good.
Yeah.
And
I seen the album from them, right?
Yeah.
Because I honestly, because you sent me that fucking like cyber metal,
Yeah.
and I like that shit.
Yeah, it's good.
And then I started like listening to Pendulum, and I was getting onto just a bunch of like drum and bass, and I added a whole bunch of drum and bass to my gym playlist, and that's all I've been listening to at the gym lately.
Yeah. I think when genres kind of clash a bit is when it makes really good music. It's like lo-fi is a clash between kind of hip hop and jazz.
Yeah.
And then obviously like the cyberpunk kind of stuff is like rock music and electronic music at the same time. And I think Linkin Park were probably one of the first like rock bands to kind of go into that like electronic kind of music.
Yeah.
Close towards the end of before they split up. But yeah, like their early stuff was like really so far ahead of its time.
I bet you're gonna go watch Transformers tonight.
Transformers.
Jazz. My name is Optimus Prime. Bumblebee. Here is Ironhide.
Okay, any closing notes, fellas?
No.
Megatron. Keep smashing.
Keep smashing 7-year-olds in basketball.
We should have titled the last one though.
Yeah, we probably would have got
that would
arrested.
YouTube would have sent us an email.
Especially if we talked about fucking all those fucking illegal actions by Chris D'Elia and Jeffrey Epstein. It would have been a bad way to end the fucking podcast.
Your channel is being terminated.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Keep it real, people.
Enjoy the weekend.
Enjoy this video and the last one.
Yep.
And also, follow us on Instagram if you are from overseas. We don't actually give a shit about, who follows the page really, but it's good to know just who watches it.
Yeah.
That's my opinion at least. I don't care about increasing the following. I just want to know who actually, is.
I'd rather have a small following of people who talk to us rather than a
exactly.
large following of no one.
Yeah.
So communicate.
That's
Let
what
us
I'll
know
say.
what you want us to talk about.
Alright.
So.
Keep it real, people. I'm gonna start drinking.
Bye bye.
Say bye.